Benjamin, actually Crossman, calls this the Marauder pistol. And I guess it is, because it's built on a pistol frame. But it's really more of a carbine because it comes with the stock. And you can take that stock off, put grips on it, like 2240 grips or whatever, and use it as a pistol if you want to, but most people just use it as a carbine, and I do. That's not to say that I won't use it with pistol grips at some point though, but I made a video of this just showing it, when I first got it. But today we're going to shoot at some targets, and these things are popularly known as the P-Rod. And shortly after I got it, I chronograph tested it with some Crossman 14.3 grain hollow points, the CPHP Crossman Premier hollow point, and it was right at 700 feet per second. And that is that's a good power level. It's pretty much the maximum power level of a Benjamin 392 pumped all the way up. So that's a great power level for small game hunting. And I have successfully hunted with it. But we're just going to shoot at some targets today. And the scope is a UTG Bug Buster. And I've got it aired up to, it's about 2,800 psi. Maximum fill pressure is 3,000, but I've got it at about 2,800 now. So we're just going to send a few shots down range. The range is about 30 yards. These are not ideal conditions because the breeze occasionally blows the target around, but we're just out here having fun anyway. That first magazine only had 6 shots in it. The rest of them will be 8. Give it a couple of clicks to the left. Went the wrong direction. You know, it would be a good idea to get about 3 or 4 more magazines for this thing. Actually, cylinders. They're magazines, but they're little miniature plastic drum magazines is what they are. But they're similar to a revolver cylinder. But anyway, it would be good to have at least 4, preferably 5 or half dozen of these things, because it'll go about 40 shots on a fill, and so it would be good to have, you know, 5 magazines would cover that, and it would be good to at least have that many. So I adjusted the scope a little bit. Went in the wrong direction at first, but then I went back in the other direction, and I think I've got it pretty well centered as far as windage, right and left. So let's continue shooting. I not only adjusted it some more to bring it back to the right, about halfway through that one, I also started using this is a mil-dot scope, which stands for milliradian, and this is actually not the way theoretically that you're supposed to use a mil-dot scope, but it is the way most people use it. I started using the first dot above the crosshairs as the aim point because I have it sighted in at about 50 yards. And so if I use the one above, that gets me right on at 25 to 30 yards. And if I use one or two below, I shot it at 85 yards. And I forget which dot I was using, but I was able to put it on target at 85. Anyway, let's reload the magazine again. Let's stop it right there. That was 30 shots, and starting from about 2800, we were at, after 30 shots, we're down to about 18 to 1900 PSI. So that's probably a good time to stop. I only had 6 shots in the magazine to start with, and I don't remember if I fired 2 shots or if I had fired a whole magazine before. Because I normally air it up to 3,000 psi, and I noticed this time that at 30 counted shots, it seemed like it was starting to drop a little bit as far as the point of impact. But there it is. This is the first dot I was shooting at. This is the second one. This is the third one. And I started using the mill dot above the crosshairs on that one. And on this one, last one, I started out doing that and I noticed it appeared to be dropping, so I changed my point of aim a little bit. But anyway, there it is. We had fun anyway.